Hello everyone, welcome in the lecture number 2 on multiple choice questions of linear differential equation with constant coefficient. Here we are basically focusing on complementary function. Now for writing the complementary function, we have these four cases. In the case number 1, when we are having real and distinct roots, here I considered n number of roots for nth order differential equation, namely m1, m2, m3, and so on up to mn. If all these n roots are real and distinct, then the complementary function is written by yc is equal to c1 e raised to m1x plus c2 e raised to m2x plus c3 e raised to m3x and so on up to cn e raised to mnx. Here everywhere I just place the values of the roots in the exponent and written in the linear combination with the n arbitrary constants. Now in the case number 2, when we are having the real and repeated root, where suppose d is equal to m1 equal to m2 is a root which is repeated twice and the remaining roots m3 up to so on mn are distinct roots, then the complementary function is given by yc is equal to c1x plus c2 e raised to m1x plus c3 e raised to m3x plus and so on cn e raised to mnx. Okay, and when we are having the root d equal to m1 equal to m2 equal to m3, that means m1 is a root which is repeated thrice and the remaining all roots are distinct, then the complementary function is given by yc is equal to c1x square plus c2x plus c3 e raised to m1x plus c4 e raised to m4x plus and so on cn e raised to mnx. Okay, now in the case number 3, we have complex and distinct roots. Suppose we have roots alpha plus minus I beta. These are 2 in number, therefore there are 2 constants in the complementary function, and therefore your complementary function is expressed by this expression yc is equal to e raised to alpha x, where alpha is a real part of your complex number, c1 cos of beta x plus c2 sin of beta x. Here beta is an imaginary part of a complex number. Once you substitute the value of alpha and beta in this formula, you can able to find out the value of the complementary function. Okay, now see the case number 4. In the case number 4, we have a complex and repeated root. Suppose we have d equal to alpha plus minus I beta is a root which is repeated twice. Therefore, there are total 4 roots with us, and therefore there will be the 4 arbitrary constant in the complementary function. And alpha is a real part, beta is imaginary part. With this, you can write down the complementary function yc is equal to e raised to alpha x c1x plus c2 cos of beta x plus c3x plus c4 sin of beta x. Now look at the example. Here, to find out the solution of the differential equation, d cube y upon dx cube plus 6 d square y upon dx square plus 11 dy by dx plus 6y equal to 0. These 4 options are provided. As usual, you have to consider the auxiliary equation by assigning d by dx as a capital D. We have this auxiliary equation d cube plus 6d square plus 11d plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, as it is cubic equation, which we have to think about the synthetic division method. And according to your first trick, you can see here sum of coefficient not equal to 0. Therefore, d equal to 1 is a not root. We think on for d equal to minus 1. Here the sum of alternate coefficient is the same, that is equals to 12. Therefore, d equal to minus 1 is a root. And you can start for the synthetic division method. Just write down the coefficients here. The coefficient of d cube is 1, d square coefficient is 6, coefficient of d is 11, and the constant term is written here. Okay, we are starting with minus 1 because we already find out that d equal to minus 1 is a root of the given cubic equation. Okay, therefore just write down here minus 1. Then by following the synthetic division method, we can see 1 plus 0 is 1. Multiplication of this minus 1 with plus 1 is minus 1. Here we get 6 minus 1 is 5. Then minus 1 multiplied by 5 is minus 5. 11 minus 5 is 6. And again, minus 1 multiplied with 6 is minus 6. Therefore, at the end, you are getting sum equal to 0. Okay. Now, once you isolated minus 1 from this cubic equation, the remaining part is representing the quadratic equation. Here we get quadratic equation that d square plus 5d plus 6 equal to 0. By factorization method, you can factorize this quadratic equation in the form of d plus 2, d plus 3 equal to 0. And this gives us d equal to minus 2 and d equal to minus 3. And according to the rule, for cubic equation, there should be 3 roots. And till now, we got 3 roots. Therefore, writing the complementary function, we have to use 3 arbitrary constants, C1, C2, C3, and just place the values of these roots in the exponent as shown here. And with us, we have the complementary function C1 e raised to minus x plus C2 e raised to minus 2x plus C3 e raised to minus 3x. Therefore, your correct option is C option. Now let us proceed for the next example. Here also we have cubic equation d cube y upon dx cube minus 7 dy by dx minus 6y equal to 0. Fine. Now here you can observe the auxiliary equation is d cube minus 7d minus 6 equal to 0. Here d square term is missing. I just consider the coefficient of d square term is 0, and you can check whether sum of coefficient is 0 or not. If it is 0, then d equal to 1 is a root. Now here sum of coefficient not equal to 0. Therefore, we go for the next trick where we can observe the sum of alternate coefficient. Here sum of alternate coefficient is minus 6 and it is same. Therefore, d equal to minus 1 is a root. Therefore, by using synthetic division method, we have this kind of arrangement, and this gives us the quadratic equation d square minus d minus 6 equal to 0, which can be factorized into 2 factors like d plus 2 and d minus 3. And the product of these 2 factors equal to 0 gives us the value of d equal to minus 2 and 3. Therefore, in all, we have 3 roots, d equal to minus 1, minus 2, and 3. These are the real and distinct roots. Therefore, by considering case number 1 of the complementary function, we have y equal to yc equal to c1 e raised to minus x plus c2 e raised to minus 2x plus c3 e raised to 3x. Therefore, correct option is D option. Now look at the 23rd example. Here again we have cubic equation d cube y upon dx cube plus 2d square y by dx square plus dy by dx equal to 0. By assuming d by dx equal to capital D, we can write down the auxiliary equation in the form of d cube plus 2d square plus d equal to 0. From each of the term, we can take d common, and therefore we have this kind of arrangement d times d square plus 2d plus 1 equal to 0. This bracket is a square of d plus 1. Therefore, we have d into d plus 1 whole square equal to 0, and this gives us what? D equal to 0 and d equal to minus 1 repeated twice, because here we have square quantity. From this root we can find out d equal to minus 1 minus 1. Therefore, your first root is real and distinct, and remaining 2 roots are real and repeated. Therefore, by combination of the case number 1 and case number 2, you can write down the complementary function yc is equal to c1 e raised to 0x for real and distinct root, and for real and repeated root, we can write down the combination as c2x plus c3 e raised to minus x. Again, you know what is value of e raised to 0? It is equal to 1. Therefore, y equal to c1 plus c2x plus c3 e raised to minus x is your correct answer, and therefore correct option is B option. Now look at the 24th example. Here again we have cubic equation d cube y upon dx cube minus 5 d square y upon dx square plus 8 dy by dx minus 4y equal to 0. To solve it, again we have to consider the auxiliary equation, and it is given by d cube minus 5d square plus 8d minus 4 equal to 0. Here we can observe the sum of coefficient equal to 1 minus 5 plus 8 minus 4, and that sum equals to 0. Therefore, d equal to 1 is a root. According to the synthetic division method, we must start from the first identified root, that is d equal to 1. Just write down the coefficient of these all terms, d cube, d square, d and constant term. You can follow the rule of synthetic division method. We have 1 minus 5, 8 and minus 4. We are starting with 1, and therefore we have 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 multiplied by 1 is equal to 1. Then minus 5 plus 1 equal to minus 4. Multiply this minus 4 with the plus 1. We have here minus 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. Then 1 multiplied by 4 is equal to 4. And at the end, you get sum equal to 0. Therefore, this quadratic equation is what? D square minus 4d plus 4, which is part of this cubic equation. Once we isolated first root d equal to 1, we get this quadratic equation d square 4d plus 4 equal to 0. This is a square of what? D minus 2. Therefore, what we can write? We can write d equal to 2 repeated twice because it is square quantity. Therefore, all roots are what? D equal to 1, comma 2, comma 2 are roots. Among these 3 roots, 1 root is distinct and 2 roots are repeated. Therefore, again, combination of the case number 1 and case number 2, we can write down the complementary function y equal to c1 e raised to x plus c2x plus c3 e raised to 2x. Therefore, you can observe correct option is A option. Now, in 25th example, the given linear differential equation is d cube y upon dx cube minus 4 dy by dx equal to 0. By assigning d by dx equal to capital D, we get auxiliary equation in this form, d cube minus 4d equal to 0. From these two terms, we can take d common. Therefore, here we get d times d square minus 4 equal to 0. Okay, comparing each of the term with 0, we have d equal to 0 and d square minus 4 equal to 0. This gives us d equal to plus and minus 2. Therefore, all 3 roots are real as well as distinct. Therefore, by considering case number 1, we have y equal to c1 e raised to 0x plus c2 e raised to 2x plus c3 e raised to minus 2x. You know, e raised to 0x is 1. Therefore, your correct option is D option, where we have c1 plus c2 e raised to 2x plus c3 e raised to minus 2x. Now, here we have to find out a solution of the differential equation d cube y upon dx cube plus 3 dy by dx equal to 0. Again, consider the auxiliary equation. By assigning d by dx equal to capital D, we have auxiliary equation is d cube minus, plus 3d equal to 0. From these two factors, you can take d common. Therefore, here we have d times d square plus 3 equal to 0. Equating each term with 0, we get d equal to 0 and d square plus 3 equal to 0. And d square plus 3 equal to 0 gives us what? D square equal to minus 3. Therefore, d equal to plus minus square root of 3 into I. First root is real and distinct, and the remaining two are complex and distinct root, with real part alpha equal to 0 and imaginary part beta equals to root 3. Therefore, we can write down the complementary function yc is equal to c1 e raised to real root into x plus, for the complex and distinct root, we can write as e raised to real part into x, that is e raised to 0x into c2 cos root 3x plus c3 sin root 3x. Okay, again, you know, e raised to 0x is 1. Therefore, finally, we get a complementary function yc is equal to c1 plus c2 cos root 3x plus c3 sin root 3x. Therefore, correct option is a B option. Okay, fine. Now see, in the 27th example, we have a given linear differential equation d cube y upon dx cube plus y equal to 0. Here the auxiliary equation is what? D cube plus 1 equal to 0. Now, by using some standard formula, we have d cube plus d as d plus 1. Here it is d plus 1 into d square minus d plus 1 equal to 0. When I compare each factor with 0, from the first factor we get d equal to minus 1, and the remaining one is what? It is quadratic equation d square minus d plus 1 equal to 0. By using quadratic formula, we can write down the value for d, that is d equal to minus of minus 1 plus minus square root of b square. Here b equals to minus 1 square minus 4 times ac. Therefore, 4 times 1 into 1 upon 2a. Therefore, here we have 2 times 1. Right? Here we have minus 1 square is plus 1. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. And therefore, we have d equal to 1 plus minus square root of minus 3 upon 2. Again, you know, square root of minus 1 is I, and therefore, after separating the denominator here, you get the value of d as 1 by 2 plus or minus root 3 by 2i. Okay, therefore, the first root obtained is real and distinct, and the remaining two are complex and distinct by having the real part alpha equal to 1 by 2 and imaginary part beta equal to root 3 by 2. We can write down the complementary function as y equal to yc equal to c1 e raised to minus x plus e raised to alpha x, that is e raised to 1 by 2x into c2 cos beta x, beta equal to root 3 by 2, plus c3 sin beta x, that is root 3 by 2x. Therefore, when I compare it with given option, we can observe that C is a correct option. Thank you. Thank you for